Hi, welcome to X's and O's with LeRoy Butler, and we are going to go right to it. And the first play we're going to look at is Aaron Rodgers' first interception. And this is, you talked about it a little bit in 5 questions and about this coverage that he's facing. So explain, there's 2 different things going on here, right?
Yes.
Explain to us what's going on.
And it's something that we do as a defense if we felt like the quarterback, if he had this precondition in his mind where he wants to go with the ball,
right,
or we know he struggles with cover 2. So what the defense would do is split the field up from strong to weak. On the strong side, you would say, we're going to play cover 2. We're going to roll up both corners to jam these guys, and this guy will be like 25 yards deep. That eliminates this side. And all this linebacker do is just drop. So everything is covered on this side.
Okay.
On this side, you would play a tight outside man-to-man coverage. And this safety is walked down, and he can just be very aggressive in the curl to flat. This linebacker drops, and you just send everybody else to the quarterback. It's a defense that's a bend-don't-break defense, but you have to figure out which side is which. And they didn't disguise it very much, Tom. They just walked down in it.
Right. And this is also protection for the run, right?
Absolutely.
Because you've got your strong side is here with this tight end on this side, so you got the safety down to protect against that, right?
Absolutely.
And now we'll look at the image that we have, and what you see here is Nelson running a go route.
Yep.
You've got Cobb coming across on a crossing route, and we've got the safety circled. Now, you pointed this out. This is really interesting. Why don't you explain what's going on with that safety?
The safety blew the coverage, okay? He blew the coverage because, again, if you look at the video that we just showed, you got everybody's rolling up. But this guy pretty much said in his film study that Aaron Rodgers will try to go to Cobb on certain throws in the middle of the field, so he took a chance.
And you see Rodgers here in this, photo. He's locked in on
He's
Cobb.
locked in. He got great protection there, too.
Great protection.
And when he stepped up into the pocket, he never looked at Jordy Nelson, who you'll see that continued his route, and he was
You see him out there on the 40-yard line, wide open.
He's wide open.
And there's the safety making the interception.
And this guy, he just came here and intercepted the ball.
And it's all because he even said it after the game. I talked to him, and he said, Rodgers locks in on Cobb on this play. Even so, and this just shows how Rodgers was off, if he throws the ball out here, probably got a
run
big play,
to it, right?
But
the sideline was up in here, deep over here. He could probably complete it.
Right.
But going through your progression, even if you see the safety move, you know that, it's not cover 2, it's cover 3. You got to go.
Here's the question I posed to you. This guy, Rodgers reads it right. This is cover 2.
Yes.
He should be going to Cobb, right?
He should be
going to Cobb. But this guy blows the coverage and comes to the middle. Yeah. So should Rodgers be able to read that he's blown the coverage and go to this guy?
He's done it before.
Right.
He's done it before.
Okay.
But you make a fantastic point. To Rodgers' defense, this guy rolled up. Once he saw him rolled up, the corner, it's got to be cover 2 to this side. I'm going to the 3 side, and they're playing some kind of cover 2, so Cobb should be wide open.
By theory.
He would have been open. But that's why you go through your progression.
Right, and when you have as much time as he did, as we showed him there, then you can do it. Now, let's quick look at this other play of the Nelson drop.
Right.
And what happened was...
This was a game changer.
Yes, and both of these were game changers.
Absolutely.
You hit Nelson there, it's a different game. You hit Nelson on this one, and here you see Nelson's going to run in and out.
What we call a sluggo.
Right.
He's doing a slant and go, and he ran a great route. As a matter of fact, the safety and the corner both bit.
On Corliss running this way.
Running out, and he had a guy on him, by the way. And there's your guy.
And you see right in the beginning, Rodgers gives Nelson
him a little
eye
look. Do it.
Yeah, do the slant and go.
Right.
And then we'll look at the next slide, and you see he's running that slant and go.
And look at the Buffalo Bills guys. They're already going towards the break.
Right.
So this is textbook coverage what you want. The cover 2 is at the bottom. The cover 3 is at the top now. And that's the right kind of route that you want against that cover 3.
Exactly. So this time, he's got it read right,
Yep.
but this time it just showed how everything went wrong for them in this game.
And I know fans see it on television. They can see Rodgers struggling a bit, but and technically he's not necessarily struggling and off. He's guessing right, but he got to just go through his progression.
Right.
All good quarterbacks go to your progression. 1, 2, 3, back to 1, and figure out where to go with the ball.
Yeah, and that you're going to have drops. Next, we're going to just, because so many people have asked about the punt return touchdown, we'll just take a look at that real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the punt that got returned 75 yards for a touchdown. And the key things in this is that the Bills took out the 2 gunners, call those gunners, right?
Yep.
This guy's going to come over and double them. I think we got a photo of that. You see they've got 2 guys on each gunner, and they're willing to let the guys up the middle beat them.
I'm going to put a little red mark in, because we normally put them in red.
Yeah.
I'm going to put those guys in
So
red.
you see at the snap, Bush gets pushed way out of bounds.
Right.
Goodson does a good job of pushing to the middle, which
Yep.
I'm guessing that's what he's supposed to do. Then you take a look and you see the middle of the formation, and there's 4 guys running down right on this guy.
If it's a directional kick, Tom, Master, who had a great year last year, this year's not so good. He has a directional kick it where he's telling these guys. So I'm assuming by Goodson's inside release, it's supposed to be a left directional kick.
Yes, and I don't think it was high enough because
And it was a strong win.
I think they all kind of got there a little earlier than they had thought, and they had to hold up so they didn't hit him. But still, now you look at this photo here, you see that Bostic got knocked out, but that's okay. One guy's going to get knocked out. You got 4 other guys there.
Absolutely.
We've got them numbered there, who are there to make the tackle.
And they have to just come a yard, between 2 and 3 yards, break down and make a play. It just turns into defense now. But again, some of these guys are not great tacklers, but you got linebackers in there. Those are 3 linebackers up front and a tight end. And Borky was coming out as a wide receiver. You wouldn't necessarily see a guy split, and you're going to see on the video, they had a little alleyway. No, not so much of great blocking. It's just guys didn't break down and stay in their lanes, and that's what results in the same thing. I mean, it's just certain things that you can coach and certain things you can't. This is very coachable to tell guys to go in their lanes and break down before they got catches the ball. And they lost flight of the ball as well.
You're a pretty good tackler, so when you're running full speed down at a guy, do you have to sometimes cut your speed down and then?
Absolutely, and I'm going to know where my next guy is supposed to be. That's the intelligence of film study. As I'm sprinting down, as a dead sprint, and when I see the guy, I'm going to know that I'm going to take a peep to see where the ball is, because it should be directional kicking. As you're sprinting down, Tom, right when he gets the ball, I'm going to break down and give him the little yard and a half you're supposed to give him. And then after that, you break down and you attack. Because you may get some stress from guys pushing you. But I also know where the guy next to me is supposed to be.
Right.
So I'm going to jam this guy if he's blocking me and keep my left or right arm free. Which if it's directional kicking, everybody got to keep their left arm free. That will force the ball all the way back to Goodson to make the play. But if you can see that alley there, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to see that.
You shouldn't see that at all.
Not at all.
Okay. Well, I hope that gave you a little idea of what
I hope you don't see that
punt
again.
coverage is like. And, that was definitely a big play in the game.
Absolutely.
So thanks for joining us, and we will see you after the Tampa game.